Well, looks like we made it. We have surpassed the year known as 2020, and I could sit here and make jokes about how this was the worst year ever, but I don't know. It seems like that's already been done. I don't know what I could say here that could add to the conversation about this being the worst year ever. But I figured I'd just do some reflection here and talk about what has gone down. What has gone down over the past year? It started out innocently enough. We got a brand new decade, and I was excited. I was really excited because I think obviously the new January, the new year, it brings a sense of newness, of freshness, of opportunity to a lot of people. It has special meaning to me. When I graduated college, I got my first real job. I started on January 2nd. I got a brand new year, and I started my brand new job, which I thought was going to be my career until I retired. I got my job in Child Protective Services. And then 10 years of work after working in Child Protective Services, I left that job almost 10 years to the day, and I started doing this full-time, being a full-time YouTube content creator. And so, every year, and I started doing this full-time right at the beginning of the year in January. So every year kind of reflect how was the last year, and it reminds me of when I started doing this my full-time job. I was terrified. I didn't feel like the channel was big enough to sustain me, to feed my family. But it turned out it worked. And so every year I kind of reflect and kind of see where I'm at. And I look back and watch my video from beginning of this year where I talked about last year, and I was excited. I was a brand new year, a brand new canvas, and things went a little differently. I think everyone in this country can say that. We have had a very challenging year with a pandemic, and then of course there was racial injustice, and this was an election year. I mean, as a culture, as a world culture, we all went through just tremendous amount of stress at the same time. I noticed people this year getting very angry at one another, which I don't know, I almost understand in some ways. We are all going through this collective trauma. Everyone's trying to figure out how to deal with it, how to work within this new paradigm, and they bristled up against each other. It's understandable. Personally, I was very freaked out when things started closing, when the pandemic started being an issue. I posted a panicky, rambling video, kind of like I'm doing right now. I'm not that panicky right now, but I am rambling. I posted a panicky, rambling video on this channel saying I didn't know what I was going to do next. I didn't know how I was going to make content. Honestly, I was like, okay, 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops, then we get our world back. And here we are, what, 9 months later, and things are still scary. I think we understand things a little better now. We have a little better grasp on what we're dealing with, but it's still very scary. And but I didn't know. I just didn't want to. I don't think I had a hard time admitting it. I had a hard time accepting it. I travel for a living, so the thought that I could not travel terrified me. And actually I was relieved because because the way the channel works, I go on road trips and I'll film a lot of the road trips. I can't travel every day of the year because I have a family, so I do like to be here, spend time with my family, and then I'll go on a trip and try to film as much as I can, and then parse it out. So I was like, well, I got a bunch of videos saved up. I'll just put those videos out while we're seeing what happens. And actually, people got really kind of, people got angry. I think they got confused. I was posting videos filmed before the pandemic, and people were yelling at me, why are you out in the pandemic? Why are these places open? Well, they weren't open. And I guess some people just, I don't know. Maybe some people just assume that whatever I'm putting out was filmed the day before. I guess other YouTubers use that system. I don't. I can't. So I didn't put any note on there. In retrospect, I definitely should have put a note on there saying this was pre-pandemic. But people made assumptions. That's okay. I tried making some videos here in the bunker, some best of videos, some topical videos. I don't think they were my best work. I think I do appreciate some and got some positive feedback on them. I'm not good at video editing. In fact, I'm gonna go make a statement. I think for anyone else on this level that I'm at on YouTube, if anyone doing this full time, I'm probably the worst at editing videos. I just no idea how I got here. I'm doing this full time, and I am completely devoid of talents and good looks. So I don't know what I'm coasting on here. But anyways, yeah, then things started opening. It was really scary just going out, not knowing where it was okay to go, where it wasn't okay. Every state opening in different stages. We have some states that never opened up in that 9-month period. Some states are almost completely open right now. You have to really do your research before you cross state lines now. Never before have I felt like we lived in 50 different countries than I did this year. And speaking of 50 states, I did, going back and looking at my channel, I was gonna make this video. Originally I was gonna make this video and just talk about how crappy this year was. But I look back at my year, not looking at everyone's year. I think this year has been probably the crappiest year in the majority of people's lives. But when I look back at my year, I was very fortunate. I was able to travel a surprisingly large amount. First trip I did, I believe I went out to Branson, Missouri, met up with my friend Boogie. We both met up, kind of hung out, and it was just so weird. So we were kind of just trying to figure out how things operate. We hadn't quite figured out how the whole mask thing worked yet. I was starting to wear, I look back at some of the videos where in the beginning I didn't wear a mask, and it's easy. I think it's easy. Some people were very critical, and it is easy to go back and look at it with today's eyes and say, that was very irresponsible. People were still figuring things out. And there's a few videos I wish I would have worn the mask. Situations I wish I would have worn the mask. I think when the mask thing first started coming out, I think I felt it was weird. Like, I did a video, just for instance, I did a video at Indiana Beach, and they had not started wearing masks yet there. None of the other customers were wearing masks, so I had my mask in my pocket, but I'm like, I feel weird putting it on. Now things are different. I feel completely comfortable wearing my mask anywhere, and I definitely encourage mask usage of people to wear the mask everywhere. I think I'm getting off topic yet. This year though, I had a chance, after Branson, went to Myrtle Beach, and eventually I got a chance to check a thing off my bucket list, and that is to visit. I think I want to visit all 50 states, but I have visited, as of this year, I visited all 48 states. So that was a major accomplishment to me. That was something I always wanted to do, and it was really cool being able to say that. Now I do feel the obligation now that I have to check out Hawaii and Alaska. Of course, someone put them really far away from the other states, so we have to figure that out. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm allowed to go to Hawaii or Alaska right now, because it's so hard to keep up with the rules. But yeah, I got to be able to do a big West road trip. I finally visited Wyoming. Wyoming was my last state that I visited, and I got to do a lot of haunts this Halloween season. I was shocked. I thought there was going to be no Halloween. I was really wanted to go out and do a Southern California Halloween because they have some of the best haunted houses. But Southern California is still locked down. But I did stay in the South mainly and did quite a few haunts. They found new creative ways to do it. Ways to do it safely, and that's kind of what I feel. I feel that we can travel. I feel that we can have fun. We just got to do it safely. We got to do it safely. And as for this year, as for 2021, I don't know what's next. And that's one way that I do feel like I have improved myself. I had a little personal growth this year. I was very rigid with my planning. I had things scheduled for every month, and I learned that there's no certainty. You know, you can't be guaranteed you're going to be in a certain place at a certain moment, and you just have to accept some things aren't going to be open, things aren't going to go my way. I'm not in control of that. I can't change that. So I kind of, right now, we're just doing things one at a time, one trip at a time. And so, and I'm calling on you to please help me, because, you know, I was able to travel a lot this summer, a lot this fall. You know, right now, it's difficult. It's difficult. I don't know where I'm going to go next, because, you know, we've got the pandemic that's closed, that has a lot of things closed. We have just winter. Winter closes a lot of things. It takes away a lot of options for traveling. So I would love to hear any suggestions the next couple months. Hopefully, you know, hopefully this summer things are getting back to some semblance of normal. I don't almost even want to say that, because I feel like it's almost like I don't know, because we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But if everything goes good, hopefully things will be coming back together this summer. But in the meantime, I'd like to know ideas, things I can visit that are safe, that are open, that you guys would like to see me check out. Please leave comments, and that goes for all my videos. If you have an idea of someplace you think would make a good video, please leave that comment. Please let me know. It really helps. It really helps me find new places and new experiences. And right now, I need that help more than I ever have. So that, as far as the channel, I need your suggestions to what I need to check out next. Now, I also did want to let you know, I have the enamel pins that I have been selling for this channel. Unfortunately, I ran out of the red suitcase enamel pins for Christmas, so not everyone was able to get them. I would like to happily announce the red suitcase enamel pins are back in stock, and now we have a third pin. We have the possum playing a banjo pin. Collect all three if you want. Get one of them if you want, and if you don't want any of them, then don't get any of them. You know, those enamel pins, people buying the enamel pins, helps with this channel, helps keep this channel on the train track, helps keep this boat on the water, this train on the track, and this dirigible in the air. Also, still doing Patreon postcards. $3 or more gets you a postcard once a month. I want to say a huge thank you to my Patreon patrons for helping this channel stay on the track, the water, and the air. And finally here in this somewhat rambling video, I wanted to announce a new intro for this channel. Creaties, my friend Creaties has decided, sent me a message saying you want to make a brand new intro for this channel. He sent me some ideas. I loved it. And Creaties information, he's not doing as much on YouTube now, doing more on Instagram. Check him out. I have links to all his social media platforms in the description of every video. Hope you enjoy the new intro, which we'll be using as an outro to this video. Thank you all. Until next time, this one's in the bag.